At some point in life, everybody is faced with making a big decision, an important decision. And sometimes important or big decisions can seem intimidating or stressful or daunting, often because the consequences of those decisions are equally big or equally as important. So I want to present you with some thoughts about big decisions so that you don't fear them, you don't avoid them, you don't get stressed out by them. As I said, everybody has at some point to make a big or important decision in their life. If this is not a decision that you have to make on the spot, and hopefully it's not, sometimes that happens, but allow yourself some time to gather as much information as possible. And it doesn't mean that it has to be a very long time, but allow yourself to have as much information as possible so that you can make the best, most well-informed decision when it comes to making your decision. Don't rush the decision-making process if you have the luxury of time. Allow yourself to take that time to think about the different things, to think about the different choices and options and outcomes so that you're not rushing the process. Sometimes it's good to sleep on it because when we sleep, believe it or not, one of the things that our wonderful brain does is it processes information in the background. And oftentimes when you simply have no idea what the answer is or what decision to make, by the next day, if you slept on it, you may have an easier time coming up with the answer. And lastly, don't let anybody pressure you or bully you into making a decision on the spot if you don't truly have to make that decision on the spot. Allow yourself the time to consider all the information that you could possibly get. Allow yourself to maybe sleep on it if need be. Allow yourself careful assessment and consideration of what that decision will mean. Just because somebody is standing over you doesn't mean that you have to make that decision right there and then, especially when it's a big, important decision. And again, like I said, sometimes you have to make a decision on the spot, even if it's a big one. But if you don't have to, allow yourself the time to gather the data and process the information. Sleep on it if you can. And then make your decision. Don't be frozen by indecision. Don't think that you have to gather data endlessly. Allow yourself the time, allow yourself the important data, but then pull the trigger, so to speak, and make your decision.